At All-Star Weekend, you and Angel made a bet with each other on this game. Is that bet still?
This is how the rich stay rich.
You gotta save this money. I'm gonna see you next week on Wednesday.
Yeah.
At night?
No, at practice.
Oh, at practice?
I mean, I know y'all gonna lose, but if y'all lose,
I get to have that.
if y'all win, you get 400.
I get 400. And if we lose, then you get to keep.
No, you owe me 400.
Bet. I'm staying on it.
Paige Bueckers and Angel Reese appeared on camera making a $400 wager on a WNBA game involving their own teams. Not a video game, not a pickup game, a real WNBA regular season game between the Dallas Wings and Atlanta Dream. That game took place last night. The Atlanta Dream came away with an 82-81 win over the Dallas Wings. The WNBA's own social media account posted the footage and then quickly deleted it when people pointed out that the league had seemingly publicized a violation of its own gambling policy. Now, the Associated Press reports that Bueckers and Reese will not be punished. That is completely unacceptable. This isn't merely a social media post that missed the mark. This is this is a violation of the WNBA's collective bargaining agreement, and both players should face an immediate suspension. If the league's expedited hearing confirms what the video appears to show. We all know what it shows because we just heard it played for us. They bet $400 on the game that they played last night. Whether it's a friendly wager or not, or a joke or not, they bet $400. Gambling in professional sports on your professional sport is strictly prohibited in every professional league in the United States of America. This is not something that is funny. Athletes are going to prison for this. Here is a report of the statement. The players will not be punished for the bet, a person with direct knowledge of the matter told the Associated Press. The person spoke to the AP on condition of being anonymous because the sensitivity of the situation. Really? Ain't that funny? Wow. The league posted the initial video from All-Star Weekend, days before Bueckers' Dallas Wings and Reese's Atlanta Dream were set to play Wednesday night. The clip featured Bueckers and Reese placing what appeared to be a personal wager on the game. It was presented with the caption, "We did?" with a laughing emoji followed by Paige Bueckers on the bet she made with Angel Reese at All-Star Weekend on tonight's matchup. The WNBA quickly deleted the image, but here it says, while the social media post was intended to be lighthearted, these people are unbelievable. WNBA players are well aware of the league's policies prohibiting betting on WNBA games and receive training every year reinforcing these policies. We recognize that the post missed the mark, removed it shortly after it was published, and addressed the matter internally. We will also use this as an opportunity to emphasize what the players involved that conversations about wagering on WNBA games, even when intended as a joke, which it was not a joke because they bet $400 on the game, can have negative consequences. The Wings and the Dream both deferred to the league statement when asked for comment. The league's collective bargaining agreement states that any kind of wagering is strictly prohibited and that players can be fined, suspended, or even disqualified from the WNBA at the sole discretion of the commissioner. That was the statement from the AP. So let's continue. What happened during the All-Star Weekend? Angel Reese was shown holding $400 in cash, While discussing a wager with Paige Bueckers over their upcoming matchup, the arrangement appeared straightforward. The player whose team lost would owe the winner $400. Before the game, Paige was reminded about the wager and indicated she was standing by it. Oh, wow. So maybe this was while she was drunk and doesn't remember because she was high or drunk or both. But now told about it, reminded, she stood on it. And after Atlanta's 82-81 victory, Reese publicly joked about waiting for her Apple Pay payment. Ha ha, hee hee, hoo hoo, kiki. The WNBA deleted its post and claimed the exchange was intended to be lighthearted. No, 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 no. You don't get to have it your way. This isn't Burger King. You can't have it your way. But there is nothing complicated about this. $400 is money. The Wings' dream matchup was a WNBA competition, and the outcome of that game was the subject of the apparent wager. What difference would it have made if these two women went to a casino, a sports book, and put $400 down on their individual teams? Zero. Why would this be anything different? Whether it was friendly, playful, or conducted outside a sports book does not erase the integrity issue. The CBA is extremely clear. Article 14, Section 5C of the 2026 WNBA CBA covers players who wager directly or indirectly or even offer or attempt to wager money on anything or anything of value on any aspect of a WNBA competition. After a hearing, the commissioner has the authority to impose a fine, suspension, dismissal, or complete disqualification from the league. Notice what the rule does not say. It doesn't say wagers are acceptable when they're between friends. It doesn't provide a just joking exception. It doesn't require the bet to be placed through DraftKings or FanDuel. It doesn't establish a minimum dollar amount. It even covers offering or attempting to make a wager. The WNBA should immediately conduct the required hearing. If the video is authenticated, which we know it has already been, and there is no meaningful factual dispute, Paige Bueckers and Angel Reese should both receive a suspension, at minimum 1 game. I would say more. But at minimum 1 game, because this is not a joke. This is about protecting integrity. Let me make something extremely clear. I'm not accusing either player of point shaving, throwing the game, or intentionally altering her performance, because clearly they made a bet on winning. So you would not do any of those things if you're betting on your own team to win. But it doesn't matter. There is no current evidence establishing any of those things as well. But again, it doesn't matter. But that is precisely why professional leagues have zero tolerance gambling rules. You enforce the boundary before a friendly wager grows into something more dangerous. Atlanta won the game by 1 point after Dallas blew the game. Without strict enforcement, every missed shot, turnover, and questionable decision becomes fuel for suspicion. That is unfair to the fans, the teams, and even the players themselves. Suspending them wouldn't mean the league believes the game was fixed. It would mean players cannot have a personal financial interest in the outcome of games in which they participate. What if they had gambled 20 grand, 100 grand? Would that make a difference? No. The gambling hypocrisy that is in professional sports is one that these sports have created this for themselves. The leagues accept millions from gambling companies, promote betting lines, discuss prop bets during broadcasts, and encourage fans to wager from their phones. The WNBA has named both FanDuel and DraftKings official sports betting partners, FanDuel partnership, and DraftKings. It's crazy. The relationship makes strict player enforcement more important, not less important. Fans may legally bet on games. Players participating in those cannot. The moment athletes begin wagering on their own competitions, the credibility of the entire product is shot. This isn't about referees maybe blowing calls. This isn't about referees that people think are on the take. These are about the players themselves. Sports gambling has destroyed careers. We have already seen where this road can lead. Jonte Porter received a lifetime NBA ban after the league found that he disclosed confidential information, limited his participation for betting purposes, and wagered on NBA games. Porter later pled guilty in the related federal case, and he was basically deciding that he was going to take himself out of the game early to avoid the over-under on parlays, on prop bets. Former University of San Diego basketball player Brennan Johnson was sentenced to 6 months in federal custody for his involvement in a point-shaving and sports bribery conspiracy. Those cases are far more serious than the allegation involving Bueckers and Reese, but they demonstrate why leagues cannot treat any player wager as harmless entertainment. Deleting the video does not delete what happened here. Calling it a joke does not answer the CBA language, and quietly addressing the matter internally is not enough when the league itself distributed the footage. Conducting the hearing, released the findings. If the apparent wager is confirmed, which it has been by both players, you suspend them both immediately. And you make it very, very, very clear that star power does not place anyone above the rules. Because if the WNBA refuses to enforce one of the most important integrity provisions in professional sports, why should fans trust it to enforce anything else? The WNBA wants to be respected as a major professional sports league. But time and time again, they prove that they should not be taken seriously. It is not a serious league. If they do nothing, it is not a serious league. If you want to be taken seriously, this is the opportunity to act like a serious league. Leave your comments, like the video, hype the video, subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell. Let me know your thoughts. I do appreciate you. As always, this is Her Game, Her Way, women's basketball, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.